In a world racing toward the future, there is a place that chooses stillness. A place where happiness isn't a pursuit but a way of life. Tucked away in the eastern Himalayas like a secret whispered by the mountains, there lies Bhutan. Here, clouds drift through pine forests like monks in meditation. Here, the past isn't preserved in museums, it's alive in the breath of every prayer, every temple bell, every smiling face. Bhutan is the last great Himalayan kingdom, where the spirit of the land is protected not just by its people, but by its very laws. Where rivers run free, mountains are sacred, and every footstep feels like entering a living, breathing story. It is not an ordinary destination. It is a sacred pause in time. Bhutan is the only country in the world that measures success using gross national happiness, prioritizing well-being over economic growth. It is the only carbon-negative country on Earth. Its forests absorb more carbon dioxide than the nation produces. Thimphu, the capital, has no traffic lights. An attempt to install them was reversed after public protests. Traffic is still managed by hand signals from white-gloved officers. Television and internet arrived only in 1999, making Bhutan one of the last nations to adopt modern media. Climbing Bhutan's highest peaks, like Gangkhar Puensum, is forbidden because mountains are considered sacred and home to guardian deities. In rural areas, homes are often decorated with colorful phallic paintings to ward off evil spirits, inspired by the eccentric Saint Drukpa Kunli. Tourism is strictly controlled with a daily sustainable development fee to protect Bhutan's culture and environment. Traditional dress is mandatory in government offices and schools, men wear the go, and women wear the kira. Bhutan was the first country to ban public smoking and the sale of tobacco. Strict laws protect public health and spiritual cleanliness. All buildings must follow traditional Bhutanese architectural styles, preserving visual and cultural harmony across the country. Thimphu, the modern heartbeat. Bhutan's capital is unlike any other in the world. Thimphu blends tradition and modernity with effortless grace. You'll find monasteries beside coffee shops, monks using smartphones, and art galleries that display both Thangkas and contemporary sculpture. Visit the towering Buddha Dordenma, overlooking the valley, a 169-foot bronze statue that radiates calm over the entire capital. Wander the weekend market, where the scent of saffron and yak cheese fills the air. And don't miss the Tashicho Dzong, Bhutan's political and religious center, glowing like a golden dream at dusk. Paro, the soul of Bhutan. Nestled in a lush valley, Paro is home to Bhutan's most iconic site, the Tiger's Nest Monastery. Perched dramatically on a cliffside 3,000 feet above the valley floor, this sacred place is a symbol of spiritual resilience. The hike up is demanding, but the view, and the sense of peace, are profound. In Paro, history sleeps in the walls of Rinpung Dzong, a fortress of heaped jewels. And at the National Museum, housed in a 17th-century watchtower, Bhutan's story unfolds in artifacts, masks, and scrolls. Don't forget to stroll across the charming wooden bridge beneath the Dzong, as the Paro River whispers old legends around your feet. Punakha, where rivers meet. Once the capital of Bhutan, Punakha rests at the confluence of the Pho Chu and Mo Chu rivers. Here stands the breathtaking Punakha Dzong, considered the most beautiful dzong in the kingdom. Its towering white walls, vivid murals, and wooden bridges make it feel like something conjured from a dream. Cross the longest suspension bridge in Bhutan, fluttering with colorful prayer flags, and find your way to Chimi Lokhang, the fertility temple, dedicated to the eccentric, divine madman. In spring, the valley blushes purple with jacaranda blossoms, and the air carries a gentle sweetness that lingers in your soul. Bumtang Valley, the spiritual heart. Bumtang isn't a single place, it's 4 interlinked valleys, each more serene than the last. This is Bhutan's spiritual heartland, where some of the oldest and most sacred temples rest. At Jambi Lokhang, one of the 108 temples said to be built in a single night to subdue a demoness, you'll feel time slip away. Visit Kurj Lokhang, where the imprint of Guru Rinpoche's body is believed to be embedded in stone. And walk among the peaceful fields and sleepy villages, where locals live in harmony with the land and sky. Ha Valley, untouched tranquility. Rarely visited and wrapped in forested hills, the Ha Valley is a hidden gem. Narrow mountain roads lead you to this quiet haven where traditional lifestyles remain intact and modern noise fades away. Trek to Lokhang Karpo and Lokhang Nagpo, the white and black temples that date back to the 7th century. Stroll through pine forests and listen to the silence, it speaks. In Ha, you rediscover the forgotten rhythm of nature. You begin to remember what it means to simply be. 6. Phobjika Valley, the Valley of Cranes. In winter, the endangered black-necked cranes descend into Phobjika Valley like messengers from the sky. Locals celebrate their arrival with dance and song, revering the birds as sacred. This glacial valley is home to Gungate Monastery, which presides over the land like a watchful guardian. The landscape is breathtaking, open meadows framed by dark conifers, with trails that wind through nature reserves and prayer-flagged paths. Stay in a local homestay and wake to the sound of wind chimes and cowbells. Here, the air feels sacred, and life feels simplified. Trongsa, the bridge between East and West. Trongsa is the geographical heart of Bhutan, and its dzong is the largest in the country. Sitting on a ridge with dramatic drop-offs on either side, Trongsa Dzong commands attention. This was once the seat of power for the royal family. Even today, it feels regal and monumental. Visit the nearby Trongsa Museum, set in a watchtower, to trace the lineage of Bhutan's kings and see how the monarchy helped shape the modern nation. Luents and Mongar, the remote east. The east of Bhutan remains largely unexplored. The roads here twist through untouched forests, and the people live as they have for generations. In Luents, you'll find the ancestral home of Bhutan's royal family and some of the finest weaving in the kingdom. Visit Koma village, where women sit on wooden looms, creating intricate Kushuthara textiles. So detailed they can take months to complete. In Mongar, the dzong rises from a hill, newer in construction but steeped in cultural gravity. This side of Bhutan is wild, real, and deeply rooted. Saktang Wildlife Sanctuary, Eastern Enchantment. Located in the far east of Bhutan, Saktang is one of the most remote and mysterious regions in the country. It's home to semi-nomadic Brakpa people and is believed to be the habitat of the legendary Yeti, known locally as the Migoi. The sanctuary is a mosaic of alpine meadows, forests, and mist-covered valleys, untouched by time and filled with legends. Merak Valley, land of the Brakpas. Also in eastern Bhutan, Merak Valley is a hidden cultural jewel. Home to the Brakpa community, known for their yak herding traditions, visitors can experience a lifestyle completely different from the rest of Bhutan. The landscape is rugged and raw, with traditional stone homes, festivals, and folklore that make you feel as though you've stepped into another century. Dagana, Kingdom of 1,000 Lakes and Chortens. Little visited by tourists, Dagana is located in southern Bhutan and is known for its pristine forests and over 1,000 chortens, stupas, scattered across the hillsides. The region is rich in birdlife, rolling hills, and stories of the ancient kingdoms that once passed through here. It's ideal for off-the-beaten-path trekkers and cultural explorers. Zemgang, Wildlife and Spiritual Isolation. Zemgang, a remote district in south-central Bhutan, is a haven for biodiversity and spiritual seclusion. It's part of the Royal Manas National Park area and is home to endangered species like golden langurs and hornbills. Temples perched on cliffs, isolated hermitages, and deep jungles make Zemgang a mystical blend of the wild and the sacred. Yura Valley, Old World charm in Bumtang. Often overlooked in favor of the more famous Bumtang valleys, Yura offers stunning views of Mount Gankerpuensum and a tightly knit village community that feels centuries old. Cobblestone paths, whitewashed homes, and friendly locals provide an authentic window into Bhutan's rural life. The annual Yura Yak Cho Festival is a highlight for cultural travelers. Gasa, Hot Springs and High Passes. Tucked away in northwestern Bhutan, Gasa is famous for its natural hot springs, which are believed to have healing properties. It's also the gateway to some of the most challenging treks in Bhutan, including the Snowman Trek. The Gasa Dzong, perched dramatically on a hill, overlooks a region largely untouched by modernization. Luntz Dzong, sacred and secluded. Luntz, in northeastern Bhutan, is the ancestral home of the royal family and houses one of the most picturesque dzongs in the country. The district is known for its remote valleys, textile traditions, and spiritual significance. Few tourists venture here, making it ideal for those seeking a deeper connection with Bhutan's untouched soul. Bhutan isn't just a place, it's a feeling that stays with you long after you've left. If you had the chance to visit just one place in this peaceful kingdom, where would you go first, and why? Let us know in the comments below.